Okay, back again. Today I'd like to continue our series of Vulnhub, the virtual machine with Harrison, and I will put the link into the description section below so you can download the image of this virtual machine. And before we start, please if you don't mind, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's get started. And to save time, I have already imported into the VirtualBox. As you can see here from the Nmap scanning result, just two open ports. The first one is 22, and the second one is 445, which runs Samba Surface. And because as you know, this version of SSH doesn't have any vulnerability which we can exploit for our purposes. So naturally, what we are going to do is to do some emulation for the Samba service or SMB service, server message block as protocol, as we know. And we can use SMB client and specify the IP address of a target. And now, as you can see, we have already know the target has a private share, and we can connect this to our share of the target by SMB. Specify the IP address and also the share name, which is private. Now we got to the into the directory of this user, and we can get the flag, and also we can go to the SSH directory, list the content, and we can get the private key. Okay, because I've already downloaded the ID, the private key locally, so we do not need to do that. Let's quit. And as you can see, I have already downloaded the flag, like a flag, but it says it's not going to be that easy, because if you think now we have already got the private key, and also I downloaded the public key, and you think you can use the private key to log in to the SSH, but it's not going to be that easy. It's very difficult in this case. So what we can do, we can change mode for the private key, and now of course we do not know the username of the target, right? We can use enum for Linux. Sorry about the notification. And now these two, enum for Linux, will give us the possible username, and then we can, because we have already got the private key, and then we can use this private key to log in SSH of target. Yeah, a lot of information, but most of them are useless. As you can see, let's scroll up a bit, and yeah, found the domain names. Yeah, and also SID Harrison. Yeah, we have already got the username Harrison, so we can now because we have already got the username and also it's a private key, and then we can log in, right? SSH and autocomplete, and now we have already got to log in the target as Harrison, and we can use ID, but we cannot run ID. Who am I? So I think now we are in the restricted shell, right? And we can echo the shell. Now it says we are in the L shell, so we need to escape from this restrict shell, and the technique would be echo and a bash. Yeah, now we are in the normal bash shell, and we can go to the, for example, like a home directory, go to the Harrison. But of course we have already got this flag, which is useless. And next thing we need to do is to elevate our privilege, and we can check ID of the user. So as you can see, maybe we can run the sudo, but sudo command not found. But I think you can notice the Harrison user is also member of Docker, so we can make use of this technique to escalate our privilege. But it's as simple as that. And because the techniques what we'll be using is very complicated, so for the purpose of the saving time, I've already prepared all the commands what we need for this privilege escalation. And for example, here we can go to the temp directory, and I have already prepared all the commands for this privilege escalation. For example, use this command, we can view existing container. Yeah, this is the existing container inside the target, but we need to create our own container. Use this command. Yeah, no error. And also we can view our created container and use this command. Yeah, very complicated. Oh, sorry, I needed to copy the complete command. Yeah, and also the ID for our created or new container is here, the 709A, and we must remember or keep a note of this ID number. And now we need to start our container by using this command. But here, this is ID of the container. We need to change it to our actual ID. In this case is 709A. Yeah, we can copy. Now we can copy. So this number or the directory name should be the same as the ID number, just we create it. Okay, we can hit enter, no error. And now we have already started our new container, and we need to connect the container, use the netcat. And we need to generate the HTTP request. The method would be post, but also the ID number of a container should be changed to the actual situation. Here is 709A, and we can copy. This is the first line of the HTTP request. If you are familiar with the HTTP request header, and the second line is host information, but host value will leave blank, and collection is upgrade, and also upgrade TCP. So this is the HTTP request header, and between HTTP request header and HTTP body, there are two blank lines, right? And now we can run our command, for example, like ls. And now because when we create the container, we have already matched our root directory of the host to this directory of the container. Now we can go to the OS root directory and list the content, and we got the final flag, which is a root flag. So now we have already completed this virtual machine. I think the escaping or the get foothold is very simple, and the second thing involves a bit of work when we try to escape the restricted shell. And but of course, for the privilege escalation part, it will be much harder. And I also will put all the commands for the privilege collection, privilege escalation. So you can use this command for your own virtual machine. But please remember, you need to change the ID number. You know, the ID number of the container will be different from time to time, and depending on your actual environment. So it should be changed in every container except the first container, because the first command just show you the existing container, and next we need to create our own new container and view new container and start a container, contact our new container. So, and this I must make or emphasize again. You need to, if you want to use these commands, you need to change this number of the container. Okay, so that's all I'd like to share in this video. I hope to see you in the next one. But before conclude my video, I want to say again, if you do not mind, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like in the comment below. Thank you.